All right, a couple of former D-backs going to call it a career. Eduardo Escobar, who spent until 2022 with us. He retires at the age of 40. Played, let's see where his journey led him. Let's see, Detroit he spent a year in. Not too, okay numbers, I guess. He looks like he didn't start. Had a bit of a bounce back in 2024, and then a season in LA, in Pittsburgh, and then not for some reason, he got old. Ended up not playing for 2 seasons. Next up was Nick Ahmed, who after we traded him to Cleveland, spent another 2 years there. Didn't put up good numbers, seemed like more of a bench bat, a pinch hitter or something like that. A guy that would play occasionally. Spent a year in Seattle and then a year in San Francisco, which honestly I wouldn't have known because I didn't play any of the games. His final 2-3 years did not play. There are also 2 actual players who were D-backs, but they never made it to the major league level. Thomas Cordova, who, once I move my face, you'll see, actually wasn't too bad. I'm surprised he retired. I was more than willing to put him in AA. Who knows? Maybe he found himself a different path in life, despite his cut fastball and his splitter being pretty good. And Bob Salem, who spent a number of years down in AA and AAA. I just couldn't find a reason to call him up, or else I would have. So unfortunately, he's going to end his career at the age of 27, and hopefully he does great things in his future endeavors. Of course, no one inducted to the Hall of Fame because nobody ever seems to get inducted into the Hall of Fame in this game. As a matter of fact, I do want to do an experiment at some point trying to see what does it actually take to become a Hall of Famer in this game. Do you have to just be a player that already has had a pretty good career? Is it programmed in? Can a guy eventually make it to the Hall of Fame, with decent, not even decent, good numbers? Or do you have to be absolute greatness? All right, a couple of exclusive rights free agents, actually a bunch of exclusive rights free agents. We've got relief pitcher who is really a closer, Blake Walston. He's 26. I am very sure he is going to ask for the bag. He's been with us since the very beginning. I didn't call him up year 1, but he's definitely put up good numbers in the last 4 years. 2027, I think I made a mistake with the pitching rotation, so he didn't save as many games as I would have liked. I think I might have accidentally put Reggie Hunter there, but he seems to have bounced back like nothing happened, and he's probably looking for a crazy bag. His ERA for his career, right below me, is a 2.81. I'm going to pay him. We've got about $78 million to play with. Kyrat Ruiz is also looking for a contract. He's 29. For some reason, I can't pinpoint why, but he's going down in his batting stats. That doesn't make sense. Granted, he had an okay season last year. Kind of reminiscent of when he got traded. Actually, he really never put up good numbers until he came to Arizona. I think he might play it cautiously. I think he doesn't have a team option, so Harold Cabrera does. I will sign him back. And Cesar Izturis Jr. also is up for a contract. Great defender, good speed. It's an okay bat, though. I think I might let him walk. It's only $1.7 million. If I find something better out there, I will go to sign it because I'm tired of this team not making the playoffs. Anyway, Kyle Lewis also is up for free agency. His power numbers have gone down a bit. They're in the high 70s, so I would think he could get at least 25, but he only got 20 the past 2 seasons. Granted, he missed time in 2027. Let's see what these gentlemen are looking for. Lewis is looking for a 4-year deal. I'm not giving him 4 years, and he should know better than that. The rest of the farm system, we got a guy like Jeff Curley who looks like he might be coming up soon, if not this year. Matt Cedeno looks solid. Let's see. Cesar Izturis. Looking at the roster, we've got Alonso Reyes, who honestly I think I'm just going to let him rock. Mark Hurd might get some time too. Harold Cabrera. Come on. why would I even question it? 7-12. Ugh, ERA is kind of high. I can live with it. My exercise option. I think he's actually going to decline it and look for more money. I'm almost scared to let his Stewart go, but he's just okay. Let's see. Kyber Ruiz, the qualifying offer is 22. He wants 18-1. I don't want to give him that kind of money. The other catchers we have, Robert Gribble, Jimmy Middleton, Chad Lowry, Eric Roll. I forgot Eric Roll can actually play catcher and first. Yusniel Felice is a 70. Yeah, we're going to re-sign him. I'm just going to give him a 3-year deal, though. Whether he takes it or not is on him. You're an everyday player. I'm not going to call you a star. Let's throw him that contract. Blake Walston, throw him. You don't want 6 years? What the hell's wrong with you? I'll give you 7. I'll bump this money up. And we will give you, I think 13.5 is good. 7 years, $94.8 million. With that kind of ERA, I just expect him to get 40 saves a year. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this series past year 10, which would be 2031. We'll see. Depends on how fast I can get these videos out. Yeah, we're just going to give him a normal straight structure. He can take it or leave it. Sturris we're going to let walk. Kyle Lewis, I'll give him 2 years. I'll give him the 7.5 he wants. It's not a ton. I will even give us, matter of fact, I'll give him a little more for a club option. Here's 7.8 and front load it. That way, if he ain't shit next year, we just let him rock. Let him walk, really. Manuel Clase, I will give him a 3-year deal. That might be a little much to give him, but if he's getting guys out, I can't complain. I will also give us an out for year 3. And Ketel Marte. As much as I want to let him go, I want to see him get a ring. He's not on AAA because he's bad by any means. But that's a little much. You know what? 5.3 to see if he can man the roster, get a ring, and then be gone. I'm gonna lower his. No, we're not gonna lower his money. All right, 5.3. I'm sure he'll take it. If he doesn't, screw him. And Asturias, we will decline his option. He is arbitration eligible, so we'll probably end up keeping his rights anyway. Let's get to free agency. As expected, Harold Cabrera is going to say, I don't want $800,000. You got to pay me. So I'm going to stop simulating and see if maybe I've got an opportunity to re-sign him. I don't. We just got to wait till free agency. All right, here are starters for the 29th season. Matt Tabor, Bartolo Rivera, Seth Ramiro comes back again, Harold Cabrera, and Damian Lynx. I made basically no changes to the starting rotation, and in the bullpen, same cast of characters. There might be 1 or 2 guys who should probably be up here. I just didn't call them up yet. As far as the lineups themselves, Hans Eden will make the start at second. At catcher, we signed Kyber Ruiz for a 5-year, $90 million contract. He'll be here till he's 33. First base, Pete Alonso. Shortstop is Alonso Reyes. Let me move my damn face for a second. Garrett Dorman is playing. Actually, Garrett Dorman's not supposed to play third. Ryan O'Hearn is a guy I signed because Kyle Lewis just didn't accept his contract. He will play exclusively against righties. Cesar Asturias comes back, despite the fact I was kind of iffy as to whether I'd bring him back. He'll be a DH and will play shortstop in second. Well, he'll play shortstop against probably left-handed pitching more so than righty. And Alec Thomas is the right fielder. Christian Pache is supposed to be center. I don't know why I didn't do that yet. And these are some of the backup characters. Miguel Amaya, Christian Robinson is back. I just want to make the playoffs. Y'all know how I feel about this. We're near 8 at this point, and we have yet to sniff the postseason. I'm hoping our pitching can do more than enough, and our hitters can, rise to the occasion and do what they need to do. Despite the fact Alonso's getting up there in age, he's got He's got 3 more years on a contract. I might look to trade him, but if he's putting up 35 home runs a year, I would be very hard pressed to do so. Let's get to the draft. Not even halfway through April, and Ryan O'Hearn is already missing time. He's got a fractured foot and will be missing about a month or 2. We'll throw him on the 60-day. Mid-May, and Joe Corson now is going to be missing some time with a broken hand, out for 2 months, or almost 2 months, 1 to 2 months. Oh boy. Now I got to figure out who I'm going to call. As a matter of fact, I think I have somebody in AAA who will get the call. Edgar Cabrera and Jonathan Lopez, both are guys who could factor into third base. Arthur Noble also is a good contact hitter. David Song is just too far away at this point. And, I mean, him and Noble are both 20 years old. I think I'm going to actually call up Edgar Cabrera. I got to put him on the 41st. Let's see what he's got in store for himself. Alright, the draft is just finished. We lead the division. Now, granted, we've been in this situation before post-draft. Let's take a look at who we drafted. Alright, with our first pick, we went with the starting pitcher, Willie Ortiz. He's got about a B or a C potential. I think that's C. Yep, C potential. Emmett Chamberlain, right fielder, was next. Jared Mejia, third baseman. I believe he also plays another position. Josh Forbes, a relief pitcher. Kenny Mejia, a catcher who can hit and field. Doesn't hit for power because, hell, catchers don't seem... There are no catchers that are all the way around balanced, but whatever. Anyway, Pete Almanzar is a third baseman. We drafted him. Again, I think he also plays another position. He hits for power. And Julian Piliero is our last pick with the highest potential. Let's get to the All-Star game. Son of a bitch. Pete Alonso is now out for 2 to 3 months. Mind you, it's the middle of June. Alright, let's see who we're going to call up to replace him at first. I mean, Amaya's already at the major league level. Let's see. Ryan O'Hearn still hasn't returned. He's still got a couple days. He'll play first in a little bit. I think in the meantime, we'll just patchwork it for now, and then Hearn will play first. And I'll have to call up an outfielder probably to replace O'Hearn, who was going to play left. Actually, I think it's time for Jeff Curley at this point, as he's been hitting pretty well, as you see above me. 6 home runs, 7 steals. Might as well call him up. Shit, he seems like he's ready. In the meantime, let's hope nobody else gets seriously injured. Alright, we are at the beginning of July, and I figured I'd pull a trade. Might as well. Haven't probably done one in a couple seasons, or any that really have made any real impact, but I'm going to trade for Freddie Carlisle because he was on the trade block for the Oakland Athletics in exchange for Jake McCarthy, Manny Villarreal, and Jonathan Lopez, who happens to be our AAA third baseman. That kind of fits the mold in that they need a third baseman. And I figured I'd give him an outfielder back. He also hits lefty, though Carlisle hits righty. He's 25, he's on the rise. And we'd have control of him for a couple more seasons. So let's pull the trigger on this deal. Alright, right above my head, you see the only All-Star we have for let me see, this is year 8. We've had maybe 1 year where we had 2 All-Stars. Sorry, I'm hungry when I make these videos. Only All-Star. He is batting a lot better than he did last year, so I'm glad I re-signed him as he's batting pretty well. Hopefully that'll translate to a playoff berth. Matter of fact, where are we in the standings? We are 7 games out of the division, and we lead the wild card though by, I'm gonna say 5 games because there's a 5-game difference in the win column, probably 6 if you include the loss. So we're in there. We look like we're gonna make the playoffs, but we need to make the playoffs. So I don't have any other trades I'm gonna make. Joe Corson has come back at this point. Just playing to wait and see. Hopefully we win enough games and make the playoffs. Let's do this. Late August, we finally get Pete Alonso back. And just in time. Let's see where we sit in the standings. 9 games out of first. Still leading the wild card by, I want to say 4 games, but again, it's based off of the last team, not the first team you see behind us. We're right there. We're in the mix. We just need a push. Just one little push. Well, big push for real. Let's do this. It took 8 seasons. We finally made it to the playoffs. And no wild card needed. We won the division. 94-68. We'll face the Washington Nationals in the divisional series. Let's take a look and see what awards we might have won. Alright, we actually got no awards, but I came to the screen for a specific reason. Jordan Alvarez is actually like a 4-time MVP in this series. If I remember correctly, he won it in like, well, we can't see how far back it is because MLB the Show will not let us. He's won the AL MVP twice, he's won the NL MVP twice. Like, this is why accolades need to be on the back of people's cards. Like, it should matter in a franchise. Like, a team that has a guy like Jordan Alvarez should be, well, damn, he's definitely, I was going to say he needs to get paid. And oh boy, he is getting paid. But yeah, we didn't win any awards. We will face this guy in the NLDS. Let's get it. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to save the playoffs for the very next video. So if you ain't like, share, subscribe, all that BS, do that, do so. Holla at you later. Peace.